strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Welcome to the Ask the Experts Show with local experts in the fields of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. Enjoy being educated in such topics as personal injury law, community association law, family law, bankruptcy law, along with health show topics like pain management, men's health, and dental implants. Now, sit back and enjoy today's Ask the Experts with host Steve-O.
Hey, good evening. This is our new hour, our new day. We are now on Mondays and Thursdays from 6 to 7. And this is strange. It's dark outside, but I am so glad because now while you're driving home in your car, we're going to entertain you for the next hour. And this is the easiest group to entertain you on. We have, and they're on now the first Monday of each month from 6 to 7, the Simon Group USA Senior Partners. Well, you're young, so you're not a senior. Senior Partners, Phyllis and her son, Dan Simon. This is like the easiest show to do. I don't have to do anything. I've got Dan over here who tells all the jokes. Today wasn't a very funny day, though. We're talking, this is wealth management time for the next hour, but we're going to make it interesting for you. So to make it interesting, we first of all wish everybody, hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. And the cook of all cooks, the chef of all chefs, your mom, Phyllis. How much did you make for Thanksgiving versus your son?
My son made nothing.
Aha!
Excuse me. No.
Excuse me.
I say nay. I actually opened the cans.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, so.
Yes, that's true.
Sorry.
He did.
Yeah.
Cranberry sauce can, he opened that.
Thank you. I did all the manual
How
labor.
many people?
We were 21.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we got to get you closer to the mic.
Yeah, speak into the microphone, please.
So, how many dishes did you have?
We'll start off with, first we had appetizers for everybody, until they
This is like
were ready to
TV.
eat dinner.
You only see the stuff on TV.
And then we went on for a dinner. We had the turkey, the green bean casserole, sweet potatoes, candy sweets with marshmallow topping. We had
Now we're making everybody
I got Martha
hungry.
Stewart over
green
here.
bean casserole, which is a specialty that I make, and my brothers die for it. I have three
They're
brothers
also
that
300
live.
pounds each, but it's okay.
That live
So,
out-
I'm sure your mom has that little Jewish touch
yes,
in the kitchen.
yes.
Because you already made me hungry about your matzo ball soup.
Oh, well, we'll
Last
get to that. We're going to do it the next time. I'll bring you a
So,
container.
next
Uh,
Thanksgiving, everybody in the audience is invited
prior
to
to
the Simons.
that. We'll do it prior to that.
We'll have a big seminar for Thanksgiving.
Oh, we are.
Speaking of seminars, by the way, Steve, I'm glad you brought
Yeah.
that up.
Well, first of all, tell everybody about your company.
About
Because we
our
have a lot of
company.
new listeners now.
Okay, the Simon Group, we do wealth and risk management. Actually, we'll walk you through the company and what we actually do, Steve. Thank you for
We're in
putting
a
the
trailer
leeway into this.
home right out there in Little Havana.
That's exactly what we're doing, and that's why we're actually going to change the wheels on your house, Steve. I know you live right behind there. So
So
what
you've
we're
got
gonna-
a beautiful office.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We try our best over there. And basically what we're going to do is I'm going to walk you through the steps of what we do. Backgrounds between myself and Phyllis, my partner, and with
Just
our
say
farm.
your mom. That makes it so cozy.
Well, it comes down to being in a business relationship. It's funny. I love my father. He passed away a few years ago. Every time I call my mom Phyllis in the house when we're talking business, they're like, "Why are you calling her Phyllis?" I said, "Because it's professional. When we're in business, at home she's mom. But then sometimes at home I call her Phyllis, and sometimes office I call her mom. And then people look strange sometimes because they don't realize that's my mom. When we sit down together. So." What happens with everything in financial planning? My background is a stockbroker from Wall Street. My mom was a CFO, financial planner. I became a financial planner, and how our business works is in a nutshell. This is how everybody, like
You
Steve.
grew up in this business.
Of course I grew up with. My mom was
Your
taking me to
mom
work.
and your dad, too?
No, my dad was a businessman. My mom was in the financial arena her whole entire life. She's still taking me to work to this day. So I joke around about it. I always like, listen, I've been going to work with mom ever since I was a little kid. So it comes down to where I look at back from the brokerage industry when this whole industry started changing. I started as a stockbroker, and I worked for one of the big box brokerage firms out there. And all of a sudden, I seen these insurance boxes were coming in, and it had this big dog on the box and everything else. And I started to laugh, and I said to myself, you know what? If anybody wants to buy insurance, call my mom. Right? I'm like, we sell stock here. We're stockbrokers. We look at the insurance people as less than. I hate to say that because it was just like, you're prestigious because you're a stockbroker and you're wearing
Right.
the fancy suits and you're doing this.
Is there a such thing? I never hear anybody call themselves a stockbroker anymore.
Though they're all gone. And what happens is that this is what this whole industry changed after, we can go into technicals with Glass-Steagall and all the banks and brokerage firms were merging. You got to be certainly licensed to have certain types of things you can actually deal with. And this is where there's only 5% of our industry that are financial advisors and fiduciaries, which come July, the new rule comes out that if you're not a fiduciary, you're going to have a big issue in this industry. So 95% of my industry is going to actually kind of go a little to the wayside because the firms are going to start making them either get their licenses.
So you're going to be regulated?
It's regulated now, yes. We're regulated now.
We're always regulated.
Always regulated.
Okay,
But here's
now
the
you
thing.
have to go through
But
compliance.
here's the thing what people don't understand, and this is where where I tell people you got to know who you're sitting down with. That's first and foremost. You can be the best guy in the world, and the bottom line is might not be properly licensed, or you might not be educated enough to tell you what you need. They're going to give you wrong information because they got it from the brochure, or they got it from a wholesaler, or they got it from somebody. The way we work is this: everything starts with your health, Steve. Right? Your health.
Your health.
It doesn't matter what you do. If you're not healthy and you can't work, you can't put away money, right? You can't do that. You can't, put away for your retirement. You can't buy things. You can't save things. You can't foolishly spend your money. You have to do certain things out there. So with your health, so when it comes to health insurance, by the way, health insurance closes the doors for Medicare and for regular health insurance December 15th on the health insurance. And for
December 7th on the Medicare.
Okay, so that's coming up. It's almost over. So if
Okay.
anybody needs health insurance, they can reach out to us at 954-599-1950. Once again, for the hearing impaired, 954-599-1950. My mom wears hearing aids, and I have to speak a little slower
Let
sometimes
me ask
so
you
she can
something. Why
understand
am I
me.
hearing so many commercials about Medicare and the changes that are being made?
Well, Medicare made a lot of changes, and we're going to
For 2020.
for 2020. So if you're over, I'm going to just do it really quick in a nutshell. In January, people that are on Medicare Advantage plans can change to another Medicare Advantage plan, but the December 7th enrollment period that ends is for those that are on the regular plans and want to change it to something
Yeah, if they
else.
need a change, they can call in. I mean,
But-
it's towards the end already. You can go on for hours and hours about Medicare. Better off calling in and getting what you need specifically
Right.
because
Call us.
But
We
there
can
are
give them-
changes, though.
There are a lot of
there's
changes.
a ton of
so they're
changes.
best
But
off
everybody's
to call.
individual, so you need to really sit down. And that's what happens with us. So as we're going through this with the health insurance, so if it doesn't kill you, right, it's either going to make you stronger or weaker. So what happens is once we go through your health insurance, we look at your risk side, and we look at your disability and long-term care, depending on how old you are, depending on what you need. Reason for long-term care, it's because people are living longer, more medications out there. Doctors keeping you around. Keep you around. Average cost $100,000 a year for long-term care, meaning for nursing care to come in. So you need someone to do that for you. We also look at your property and casualty, auto and home.
I did have someone ask,
Yeah.
because we promote the show,
Right.
68 years old,
Okay.
wanted to know if it's too late to get long-term care.
It's never too late.
No.
Well, I wouldn't say never too late, but they're in the,
I mean,
they're in the
after you
wheelhouse.
die, it's a little
Yeah,
too
no,
late.
it's the wheelhouse. But here's the thing: when it comes down to everybody, depending on their medical conditions, insurance is always bought with your health, not your money. That's the bottom line. And I told my mom this. I was told this for the last 25 years. I hate insurance people. Passion. I'm in the
Because?
business because I don't want to use the expression used car salesman, but that's the stigmatism they have out there. So when it comes to financial planning,
Let me
and
give you Daniel's number at home. This has nothing to do with the Ask the Expert show. Go ahead.
not a problem. And I'll explain to you why. Because when I sit down with people and I look at their insurance and I ask them why they bought this, and they're like, well, the guy told me this, this, and this, and 95% of the time they have the wrong coverage. They have the wrong things. They didn't understand the product. So you need to have a review constantly on the insurance side, regardless of what company it is. We offer every company. We review
Yeah,
every
you're
company.
not just tied to one company.
No, we offer everybody out there. So what? Okay, this is what an insurance company is. In a nutshell, you want to know what an insurance company is? An actuary is the same as a bookie. Let's get real on what this really is. So if I tell you, if you ever walked into a sports book, Steve?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so you go to Vegas, you look at a sports book. Okay,
Yes.
we're going to look at the sports book board, and on the board it's going to say 40,000 to 1.
Okay.
It's going to say 15,000 to 1. It's going to say 3 to 1, 1 to 1. Where do you put your money?
1 to 1.
1 to 1. Why? It's a sure
best
thing.
bet, sure
of
thing.
course. So the 1 to 1 is your life. You're going to die. I just don't know when.
Okay.
If I knew that, I'd be in Tahiti right now. Right? I wouldn't be doing this.
And while we're doing this, what percent of the people who have health insurance right now have the right health insurance?
You can't really
Like
go
the example
wrong.
you're giving me right
Well,
now.
Yeah.
There's a big difference between health insurance and all the other insurances. The health insurance is you only have 4 or 5 main carriers on individual side. Group side's different. All the big major players are still in group.
Long-term care, you have much more companies.
You have a few companies, a lot of them got out of the business because the bookmaker, the insurance company, what I'm getting to this point is that I'm going to show you what the odds are and where they put their money. You got to lay a spread, right? That 3 to 1, that's disability or long-term care, meaning sometime in your life, it's a 3 to 1 shot. You're going to end up becoming disabled or you're going to need long-term care. It's a 15.
It's pretty good odds, though.
Yeah, pretty much 3 to 1 coming in. 15,000 to 1 is your auto. Something's going to happen to your car. And the 40,000 one shot's your home. Something's going to happen to your home. So what do? You reshop out your auto and home on a yearly, right? Usually your long-term care disability, you buy a top A-rated company. Okay, that's what you do. And all these people, these fly-by-night companies, you got to make sure the rating of the company, and you got to know who's sitting down with you. If someone doesn't give you 3 companies, this is how you know
To choose from.
to choose from. If an insurance guy, and I call him the insurance guy, he's only licensed in one product or one thing, and he shows up there and he says, I'm going to give you disability or life insurance or long-term care. Okay.
So the Allstate guy comes around.
He comes, okay, listen, let me ask you a question. This is what we're going to get to on the investment side. This is what kind of drives me nuts also. Allstate guy comes around. What's Allstate good for? Okay, they're good for what? Auto and home. That's what you see the commercials for. But they're also in other lines.
They sell annuities, don't they?
They sell everything. But let me ask you this. We have specialists in every section for a reason. I wear every cap. My mom wears every cap, per se. But if I'm the investment guy, if I'm watching the markets all day long, okay, I'm making sure that the investments are in tow. On the financial planning and insurance side, Phyllis is making sure the insurance is in tow. And our specialists on the property and casualty or the group benefits, that's their specialty. So when I go as a quarterback and hand the ball to somebody to make sure that they're bringing me the best of the best, even though I'm licensed in it and I know all about it and I could be a specialist in that one also, I got to make sure my guys are up to par with it. So what happens is when a company is known, okay, for doing one thing, they're great at that one thing. It's great. You're good at that one thing. That's why when you come to us, there might be 6 different companies we bring to you, right? Because I have to give you what's the best for you, not what's the best for the company. So if I use ABC company, XYZ company, and it's not all from the same company. Because let me ask you a question. Not every company can be the best in that thing. Not every company can be best in life insurance, best in auto, best in... It cannot be. So, same with investments. I offer all the investment companies. So when you come to me, I give you the best of the best, and we break it down. So you have one quarterback running the show. Right? So I know who to hand the ball off to, who to throw the ball to. So when you come to me and you say, Dan, you know what? I have a CPA, I have an insurance guy, I got my stockbroker, I got this, I got that. You have 12 different people taking your financial plan and stretching it apart and taking it in 12 different directions. With us, it's a one-stop shop. Our specialists all come together and sit down and do that review with you to make sure all your stuff, for you personally, because it's not cookie cutter, because everybody's different, Steve. You're different. You're different than me. I have a different lifestyle than you have. You say, listen, I have 3 different baby mamas, whatever the case may be. I look at you, you're the studly guy, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know what your situation is. You're going to tell me, Dan, this is my situation. How do I get from here to here? And guess what happens along from here to here? Life happens. So what happens with life? Your health gets affected. Your finances get affected. The stock
And
market
you never
right now.
know when it's going to happen.
You never know.
That's the
Market's
worst
all-time
part.
high right now. So from your IRAs, your 401ks, if you have annuities out there, your real estate, your savings, you keep on naming things that are going to happen to you. We go through everything to make sure that you are ironclad. And guess what? Can't predict the future, but we are at top of a market right now. This market rolls over. Are you protected? Everybody's like, I'll get to it. More people plan their vacation than their retirement.
That's sad. We got to go to break. Give everybody your phone number.
954-599-1950.
Name of the company is the Simon Group USA. We're going to go to break. We'll be right back. Hi, this is Steve O with the Ask the Experts radio show. At the Simon Group, their goal is to actively help families, individuals, and business owners build their financial freedom. They have the skills, knowledge, and experience required to help meet the client's established goals. They understand their clients want a comfortable retirement, but that means different things to different people. And there are other goals that they can emerge along the way, from planning for a child's education to planning for a managing income in retirement. That's why the Simon Group offers a range of financial strategies and solutions to help in every step of the way. They work with you to gain confidence and stay flexible and prepared for your financial future. The Simon Group serves their clients in estate and investment solutions, insurance protection, income, stocks and bonds, retirement investments, and insurance. Contact the Simon Group for a free financial planning appointment today at 954-599-1950. That's 954-599-1950. We are back. This is our new hour. We're on the Ask the Expert show is on from 6 to 7 every Monday and Thursday now. We used to be 5 to 6. This is a much better hour. You're in your car. We're going to entertain you all the way home. And this show, which is the first Monday now of the month, it's the Simon Group USA. This show is so important because, listen, the economy's good now, but you have to know, listen, I don't care what you do for a living, you got to let the pros handle it for you. And they think about things that you and I would just never think about because they're looking down the road. We don't think about that. And you know what? It's so important that you call them up. And what would you say, an hour? How long when someone comes to you for the first time and you're
It's usually
gonna
about an hour.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit less, depending on, their situation. A little bit longer. It depends if you really need estate planning or if you just need to sit down and say, okay, I need to talk about my 401k or my group benefits from work or my trust, my will. I have to go through this or I have that, depending what we uncover. So once we start scratching the surface and we start to see, then we know where to dig. Once we start digging, guess what happens? We start to uncover a lot of things, and then we sit there and make recommendations once we find out everything.
I want to say something. I know Phyllis will appreciate this. Open enrollment's on right now.
Right.
And from what I'm understanding, there's a lot of changes.
In Medicare, yes.
And new benefits, and some
Yes,
of them
yes,
are
and no.
giving more and some aren't. If you're with, like I'm with Humana,
Yeah.
but maybe someone else has got something better now. Is that what I'm hearing?
Everybody, every company has their perks. And actually, the salespeople are not allowed to even tell the people about the perks until after
Well,
they're
everybody's
signed
seeing all
on.
the advertising on TV
right,
now.
because they're not supposed to, because Medicare rules. And I'm a stickler for rules because I don't want to get in trouble with Medicare.
Exactly.
Because CMS is very important to me.
But shouldn't they call your office now and at least
Exactly. To call
come
us,
in?
and I can
Doesn't
explain
cost
the
them
rules.
anything to sit down. with
That's
you.
not at all.
right. It costs nothing to learn about the rules if you're
Well, depending.
interested in the Medicare side. And again,
Only you,
it's
Steve, I
the
charge
same
you.
phone number is 954-599-1950. It's regarding the Medicare, whether it's regarding individual health care, whether it's regarding your wealth planning or anything that you
Well,
need to
the
know.
whole entire conversation comes down to being when it comes to Medicare. Usually, when someone's looking at Medicare, it comes down to at that point in their life, they're 65 plus. That what happened to my Social Security? What happened to my 401k rollover? What happened? We go through all that with you also. So, you have
What
questions
about
on
the
it?
HMO? Because I know you don't really
Well,
prefer HMO.
HMOs and PPOs are different. It depends on what the needs of the client are. Some clients want it, some don't. Some want it because it costs them practically nothing. Well, they're very, very healthy and they don't think they're going to need a PPO. So for now, they should call us at 954-599-1950. Make an appointment or just call me on the phone.
It's
and we
worth
could
it just
discuss
to
it.
come in.
Well, what's more
Exactly.
important right now
Exactly.
besides the health insurance? Because that's either you're going to get it or you're not. And the bottom line is that you have a week left. Okay,
Right.
you're going to
That's it.
procrastinate. You're not going to get it, and guess what? Wait till next year. And
That's
If you
it.
want to change your doctor now,
If
too.
you're,
Yeah,
you
this
can
is time to
always
do it.
change your doctors. Any Medicare plan, you can change your doctor anytime in the course of the year.
Oh, you can?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
I heard Joe Namath talking about Medicare, and he's saying now this new plan I'm on, I can travel and it will cover
Yes,
me.
yes.
And I've heard a lot of the HMOs don't. If you're in another state traveling, it doesn't cover you.
It's-
not only Joe
Am I right?
Namath, not only Joe Namath, you also have Wilford Brimley speak about his
Still
plan.
alive?
Well, I mean,
Oh,
you're
no.
talking about pay TV personalities.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw Tom Selleck try to sell a reverse mortgage. I mean,
Seen that one too.
remember, you're watching a commercial. These people are paid. He changed his plan. Everybody changes their plan.
So
So what
they
I'm
tell
saying
you,
is they're
well-
trying to sell you something. That's the whole entire purpose of those commercials. So they're trying to get you enticed. You know, I mean, Joe Namath at this point, he should be selling "I'm falling, I can't get up" buttons. You know, whatever those things are. But it's to the point. Hell of a football player, by the way.
Yes.
You were.
He was.
But I'm saying there are a lot of changes now.
There are
course, there's
changes, and
tons of
the
them.
changes that people have to call in, and we can discuss the changes. Because I can't rattle all that
You know
off
what you need
right
to
at
more
this point.
discuss? You know what you need to discuss right now is RMDs. It's end of the
Right.
year. People that
End
have
of
their
the year.
minimum distribution coming out, they know how much they need to take, how much they're pulling. They're pulling too much. That's why they need to call. The most important thing is, yes, people are taking the health insurance. Now comes the RMD time. How much am I pulling? Am I pulling too much of a top of a market? Do I take the money off the table now? Remember, we are at top of a market.
Taking money off the table means what?
Pulling money out of the market right now.
Okay.
Now, if it's necessary, and also depending on the product you have, if you have an annuity, you got to know how much you can take. If you have managed money, you got to know what you can take. So what we have to do is compare it side by side and what you're really being charged. If you're actually making money or you're losing money inside these. If you're not making money and everything, I'm making money, the market's doing great, and you're in a product that's not making money, it's time to review it. To make
I got
sure.
to say something because me, I'm conservative, and I hear all day long from these candidates that the only people who are making money in the stock market are the rich.
Right.
But how many
Yeah.
people who work? Who
Excuse
work for
me,
a
what are
company?
they-
Anybody that puts a
401.
dime, into their 401k, anybody that works at Home
Exactly.
Depot, Walmart, and they take the benefits.
Walmart, right?
You work at Walmart, you take the benefits. They have stock ops. They have certain 401k.
has 401.
Everybody has it, so they're putting their money away from them.
So they're all
Listen,
doing pretty
But
well
how
now.
are they considered only the rich? Everybody's
know.
putting their money
Well,
away,
what
and
is ri-
everybody's
hold on one
making
second.
money.
I
What
got
is
an issue.
rich?
What is rich?
I don't know.
I had this discussion during, and this is. We're gonna talk freely here.
Yeah,
We're talking.
yeah.
All right, we're talking freely. All right, we're taking the handcuffs off. Here it goes. I'm sitting at Thanksgiving dinner. You want to talk about Thanksgiving? Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. By the way, Thanksgiving with my cousin who just won an Emmy, and unbelievable, right? I mean, I thought this kid would never make it to anything, but he won an Emmy.
Doing?
And he was a camera guy, one of the top
Cameraman.
camera guys.
Wow.
For James Carden or Camden, the
Right.
Celine Dion
James Cameron.
carpool karaoke. Like he actually, like this kid, my little
Films.
cousin, films it, and he
They have
actually.
awards for that?
Well, it was past
And
the
then-
turkey and past the Emmy because it was on the table during
It's the
Thanksgiving.
most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, I told him to go
Proud.
downtown Vegas and have people take pictures with it for $5, but it's because my little cousin is a huge socialist, and this conversation came up.
Oh, no.
He became he's a Yang fan, I guess Yang, and he was telling me about Yang. Everybody gets $1,000, and I'm like,
Is he from New York?
No, he's born in South Florida, lives out in Vegas now. And I said to him, so where does this money come from? Like, where does this money come from? That everybody gets this, everybody gets that. I said, it's great in theory, right? And once it's great in theory, it's great. But now all of a sudden,
You're talking about all the freebies that
yeah.
they're
But once,
saying?
but he started getting a little upset when he started earning money now, and now they're taking money from him, and now he's getting, because before he's freelance, kid travels all over the world, does all this great stuff, but now because he was a floater, when I call floaters, so it went from job to job. It's great at his craft, artsy, phenomenal. But now all of a sudden they're taking money, and now he's like, oh, where's the money going? Now
What
he
is that?
wants to-
What's that fight? What's that?
yeah, he doesn't understand that. So and he's 40. So I long conversation with him. I said, capitalistic, outlook on things are great for some things. Some things we have to have a socialistic approach to. You want to fix the problems of the country? This is just my opinion, and this is how you fix it. Go back and we had this conversation. You want to rebuild this country? Let's not use taxpayers' money. Let's use our money. Let's use private sector money. How do you make private sector money? You have U.S. government bonds come back, and you give a tax-free 5%. Everybody on Wall Street would run to buy these bonds. Every grandma, instead of getting a free toaster at the bank, would run to get a 5% tax-free bond from the U.S. government. Take the money, give it back to Social Security, put it back to rebuild this country, put it back into our system. I'd rather have the U.S. government back the money than an insurance company or a brokerage firm, right? With their insurance.
U.S. government's not going out of business.
No, and that's how you're going to fix Social Security. That's how you're going to start fixing most of the problems out there instead of taxing people, bringing money back. How do you fix healthcare, universal healthcare for all? If I was the guy, everybody gets it after $10,000. Do the math.
Okay.
If you take what they did for affordable healthcare, which is called Obamacare, and you took what they spent on that, and what they spend every year on that, and you say we're going to wipe that out, everybody's on the hook for the first $10,000. You can be self-insured if you got the $10,000, or you can buy a policy from an insurance company. So the most it can cost you up to age 65 before you go to Medicare is $100. It goes $1 per year. Think
Okay.
about this. Because what are they insuring? $10,000 is nothing for them.
Will that cover the expense of it?
Of course it will, because you think about it. How much do you think a $10,000 worth of insurance costs you?
I have no idea.
$50 a month,
Okay.
right? It doesn't cost you that much. If you look at how much $10,000 of coverage will cost, so let's say it costs you, let's say $100 a month. Round the numbers up. Everybody has to pay $100 a month to have $10,000 worth of coverage. Remember, you put $1,200 a year to buy $10,000. Remember, what is an insurance company? They're bookies. You're buying money from bookies. Pennies on the dollar. You're buying money from a bookie. That's what you're doing, right? So now you have universal healthcare. Everybody's insured. What do you go to a doctor for? A Z-Pack? I'm not feeling good. I got a cold. It's not going to cost you $10,000. Where the money comes is when you go to the hospital and you have open heart surgery and you break something and you're really messed up.
And
Not
who pays for
everybody,
that?
and not everybody is getting open heart surgery.
Right.
Not
And
everybody. So if you think about how much money it would cost, and you can put them on a scale, that means that everybody will have insurance. So any major medical, it's covered. Guess what? It's paid for. Not every hospital is doing open heart surgeries to every patient that walks in the door. So guess what? So if you run to a hospital, go see a doctor, whatever else, you have your regular insurance, will take care of it. And after $10,000, guess what?
The government picks up.
It will pick up, which will be half the cost of what they're paying now. Half the cost.
Now,
Start
that
doing
will
that.
put a lot of people out of business.
Who?
Insurance companies.
No, it won't. Insurance companies are out of business right now. Who's writing individual health care? United? No. Name them. Name all the big
And
ones.
those
Nobody.
that are writing individual health
Blue
care
Cross,
are not
Blue
paying
Shield?
commission to their salesmen.
They're not doing any of that stuff.
anything.
They got out of the business. It's only for a group, and you have to pay a ton of
Right.
money to get these plans out there. So you start seeing names out there: the Molinas, the Ambetters, the Oscar. They're out of the West Coast. Who's Oscar? Like Oscar Mayer? No one knows who they are, right? And then you go to your doctor and you show them a card, and they say, "We don't take this." Why don't you take this? Because it goes to a scale. Now every doctor will end up taking the insurance from there. So you wipe out universal health care.
How are you going to cover? I don't know how we got on this. How are you going to cover all these people, though? Forget about right now, I don't know if you've tried to go see a
Well,
doctor.
the same tax money.
Same tax money you're using now.
No,
tax
I'm not
money.
talking the cost of it now.
Yeah.
It takes forever to go in and get in to see a doctor now.
What doctor are you going to?
Well, I mean, I had my primary care doctor.
My primary care just decided that he's going to move to New York.
Oh,
I'm not joking, which I'm actually going to go see him because I love the guy.
Guess what? I'm going to
Yeah.
travel to New York to see him.
I mean, because he's one of the best ones I found. He's a cardiologist. One of the best cardiologists I ever found down here in South Florida.
But
And
we
let me
don't
tell you
have
something.
enough doctors. If everybody
But
has
let me ask you a
insurance-
question. This is where people need to realize something, and it's probably people not even listening to this show that does this.
Because most of them probably have insurance.
They probably have insurance, but not if they don't have insurance. The first thing you do, you get a stomach ache, you don't run to the emergency room, you go to urgent care. Okay?
That's the
You
number
go-
one
you-
thing.
People run to the emergency room wrong. You go to urgent care first. Never run to the emergency room. Urgent care is like upset stomach, got a headache, certain things. No one ever explains to you because they'll see you right away. They'll get in and they'll give you whatever you need right there. You're not going to wait 3 hours in the emergency room. Remember what happens in the emergency room. And we're going to share a little secret with everybody out there. I hope no one gets offended by this one. I'm not going to sing. Don't worry. So what happens is that when you don't have insurance, you walk into a hospital, they have to see by law.
Yes.
They have to. Okay. You get the doctor that just got
So
reinstated.
people were not dying because they didn't have insurance, and hospitals were turning them away.
No one turns you.
No, but
That was
they're not
another
allowed
thing.
to.
That's Listen, stop.
You know what
Stop
I'm
the
saying.
BS.
That's all
and all these
political
political
play.
crap. Okay, and they
They have to see you.
You know what happens? The fear mongering needs to stop. All these. It doesn't matter what news you listen to. They all need to stop. It all needs to be made entertainment, and that's it. Because that's all the
Not
news
real
is.
news.
It's not real news
So I'm
anymore.
glad you
with
said that.
anything.
They
It's all
do have to
entertainment.
see you.
Because they have to see you by law. Not only that, if you don't have insurance, I don't care. You buy the cheapest thing you possibly get because you get to see a doctor. That guy's either a resident or he just got reinstated. For what? I have no idea. But the guy's like, wishful thinking. Let's take another crack at this one. So just telling
Usually,
if you have
doctors-
crappy insurance, you're gonna get the B doctor, right? What I mean is that you don't have a PPO, you have HMO, depending on the company. They'll throw the bush league guy, right? So he goes like baseball.
They work
You
for
have
the hospitals,
double A,
basically,
triple A, and then you got pro. You have the top insurance out there. Next thing you know, the guy comes walking in. The guy's been in practice 20 years. This guy got a line out the door. Everybody's trying to see this guy. That's the doctor you're getting. So depending on the insurance you have also, it's a game. Every plays the game. Remember, companies don't go in business to be unprofitable.
Right.
They
And
have
they
to
are
earn
very
a profit.
Profitable.
So when people get upset with corporations for trying to become profitable, because everybody should not make a dime, you understand what I'm saying? Everybody needs to make money. But there's one thing. Do you ever walk into a steakhouse, order a steak, eat it, and walk out and not pay for it?
No.
But you can do that at a hospital, right?
You
Of
can't.
course you can. You walk out of a steakhouse, you're going to get your,
Get arrested.
depending on what restaurant you go to, you might get thrown
We
out
got
the
to go
back.
to break. We're here with the Simon Group USA. Give everybody your phone number again.
954-599-1950. Once again, 954-599-1950. That was for Steve.
And we're going to talk about, when we come back also, you got seminars coming up.
We have seminars coming up. Yes, we do.
We'll be right back. Hi, this is Steve O with the Ask the Experts radio show. At the Simon Group, their goal is to actively help families, individuals, and business owners build their financial freedom. They have the skills, knowledge, and experience required to help meet the client's established goals. They understand their clients want a comfortable retirement, but that means different things to different people. And there are other goals that they can emerge along the way, from planning for a child's education to planning for a managing income in retirement. That's why the Simon Group offers a range of financial strategies and solutions to help in every step of the way. They work with you to gain confidence and stay flexible and prepared for your financial future. The Simon Group serves their clients in estate and investment solutions, insurance protection, income, stocks and bonds, retirement investments, and insurance. Contact the Simon Group for a free financial planning appointment today at 954-599-1950. That's 954-599-1950.
You are listening to the Ask the Experts show with host Steve-O. We will be right back with more experts in the field of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. Join us every Thursday from 5 to 6 p.m. Now, get ready for more Ask the Experts.
Back is turned to.
We are back. We're here with the Simons. Mama Simon, Phyllis Simon, and Dan Simon. The name of their company is Simon Group USA. They handle wealth management. These guys are the best of the best. They can't say that, but I can. It is so important, especially for our audience. We have a little bit more of a mature audience. And what we're talking about, first of all, if you are on Medicare right now, there's a lot of changes going on. You should call the Simon Group tomorrow and just go sit down with them and see the changes that have been made that you don't know anything about. It's not going to cost you anything, and they don't talk over your head. They talk. Listen, I can even understand it. We want to finish. You were start talking about the company and things you're doing, and it was like a pie. It was broken down.
Yes, what we do is we actually make a pie, like a pizza pie. We're gonna do the whole theme of the bookies and pizza and the whole, welcome to our industry, where it comes down to being, we got to the point of all your risk, right? Now it comes to your wealth. We looked at the risk already, and the risk was the health, your life, disability, long-term care, and your property and casualty. We looked at that side of it. And you can have a million different companies, and I don't like to name the companies, but all your top-rated companies, you can have all different ones, from Aetna to the life insurance companies to the property and casualty companies, which all the big ones. You see all the commercials.
What's the most important thing? If you had
your health, your health is the most important thing. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, your health has to be the most important thing. You have all the money in the world. As my dad, he had heart disease and looked great on the outside. My dad looked like Pernell Roberts, Trapper John, and everybody always said, "Jack, you look great. You look great." Inside, he was beaten up. He had 10% use his heart muscle. He says, "I feel like crap." And he always said, health is the most important thing you'd ever have. I don't care how much money you have. Your health. You can't buy.
You want to be around and enjoy it.
You can't buy time, and you can't buy your health. You really can't. You could prolong time.
So health
in
is number one.
Number one, because guess what? You want to outlive your money? Great. God bless you if you do, right? Because we teach you how not to outlive your money. That's number one, which is the next segment on the wealth side of it. How do you not outlive your money? Because if you do have your health, and I tell people the best feeling in the world is spending your last dollar when you're dying, right? And then you have enough that if you want to give, that you can spend all your money and you still give to your family or to whoever you want to give to, that you had either life insurance there for them, tax-free money, or you had something where you don't have to sit there and nickel and dime yourself because you want to leave for others. We teach you how to do all that stuff. But the most important thing is people don't know how much money to pull from their Social Security, from their RMDs with minimum distributions, to their different investments out there, because they said, well, people tell me it's a 5% pull, a 6%, 3%, 4%. Who knows what the magical number is? While the market is dropping and you're going to be pulling more than you need, number one, meaning you're going to keep on losing money on the other side. And if the market's up certain years, you can pull a little bit more. Okay, and to put that
but you guide them on this stuff.
Of course, we guide everybody with that stuff.
Guide them every year. You review. Actually, we review our clients 4 times a year and go over their things with them.
There's not a fix-all product for everybody. Right. Meaning, a lot of people tell everybody the annuity is a fix-all product. No, it's not. That's certain clients need certain things from there, depending on their situation. Everybody, gets slammed into an annuity, or they get slammed into a managed money, or something happens because that's all the person does, or that person they're sitting with. So if they turn around and say, hey, you know what? Let's take a review. Why would I be in managed money? Why would I be in an annuity? Why would I be in CDs? Why would I be in here? I have a portfolio of all different things that I have out there to show you, instead of them giving you one solution to a complex problem. And that's what's happening to a lot of people. They don't even know what they buy. I ask people all the time, why'd you buy this? They're like, I have no idea. I'm like, what'd you like from the guy? Do you like his suit? Did you like, his watch? What did you like? And they're like, I couldn't tell you why I bought this. The guy was a nice guy. All right, nice guy.
Get much of that?
All the time.
Wow.
You might not like me, but I tell you the truth. And the bottom line is, you can bank on the truth, because guess what happens? That day when you're going to need it, you want to make sure it's there. You want to make sure you know what you have, and your family's that peace of mind that you didn't sit there and do something that was like, oh boy. It's, remember Mr. Bill?
Yes.
Okay, so I have a Mr. Bill in my office, and it's a squeezable doll.
Yeah, it's like a
And
plate.
every time someone calls in, I squeeze in. It's like, oh no, right? Because the stuff that happens with them, I'm like, what happened? And you got to fix it. You got to look at it. It's almost like saying, you know what, you're going to drive your car and you're not going to open the hood or change the oil in it. Why would you do that to yourself?
Why would you do that to your car?
Exactly. Well, you're doing it to yourself because you have to review on a yearly annual review.
Always.
Companies change, products change.
Products change, your needs change. One year you could be riding high and you're living a certain lifestyle. The next year your partner's not doing so well. You can't travel as much. The next year, God forbid, but your kids need your help.
Sounds like it's not your song.
Every year there's something different. Now, he said something before that's very important about being honest. A lot of people out there don't tell the whole story. So when you ask somebody, why did you buy it? And they go, oh, well, he told me I can get this from it. But did he explain to you what it's going to cost you to get this from it? And did you reserve to the fact that you're going to go and get X amount of dollars a year? Because that's the most you're going to get if it doesn't grow.
I want to stop
money.
you for one time.
What?
2 people you never hire if they're a yes man. One is a doctor and one's a financial advisor. If they yes you to death, yes. So you go to a doctor and you say, doctor, I don't feel good. Do I have this? Yes. And because it's only what you want to hear. Someone needs to tell you the truth. It might not be what you want to hear, but this is how we fix the problem.
And that's the way we do business. Been successful for 32 years, going on my 33rd. And I can be honestly, I'm proud of what I have accomplished through the years. And my clients, can't believe, like, hey, they're thrilled that I have
And
a
they don't
second
have to
generation.
worry.
No,
This was her second career. She was a CFO.
And
So this is her second
I started
career.
a second career when I was 43 years old. So now everybody knows how old I really am. But
46.
the point is, well, my
that's what
age
you wanna
is
go
the new
back to?
60. But the point is that I love what I do. I love that I'm able to help my clients. I love that they have that faith and trust and confidence in me because that is what I'm doing. I'm not going to lie to them and I'm going to tell them the truth. Now, a lot of people don't like it and they walk away. That's fine by me. I don't want that type of person. And I've walked away from one recently. I said, too much confusion, too much of a conflict.
You want them to understand what they have to
Exactly.
do.
We do it in layman's terms where, in any industry, the people have their own jargon, their own language, right? So you don't expect me, if I walk in my doctor's office, he starts talking about this, that, the third, and I'm like, these words I don't understand. I don't understand exactly. Break it down to me in layman's terms. I understand. There's a problem with this. How do we fix it? What are the parts that
Is
are
it
broken?
fixable and all that?
Break it down to me. So what we do is we break it down so people understand that I get them involved, they enjoy, they understand what they have, they understand what they own, they understand how to fix the problem, where they're like, wow, you know what, I never got sat down and talked to the way you spoke to me, where I understood every little thing. I understand insurance companies now, I understand investment companies, I understand how everything works together.
And how is this going to work better for me now? And that's what we try to do for the client. He said something before about, people, don't want to outlive their money. There are people that are doing a lot of very foolish things, They're creating tremendous tax problems to their kids when they leave them a lot of money. And so we have
Well, if you don't like your kids.
solutions to those type of problems, how we can leave their kids tax-free money as opposed to taxable money, how we can make
So you
sure...
do estate planning too.
It's
Of
all
course.
part of estate
It's
planning.
core with everything.
I-
And let me tell you something. By the way, I'm your child.
Yeah.
And if I'm a child, I look at my parents' financials, and I'm like, okay, well, it doesn't concern me, right? It doesn't concern you. But what
Why
you're
don't
going
you
to
maybe leave me something?
if she leaves, well, this is a conversation you have sometimes with your kids, that if you're going to leave them something, what's the tax burden on there? So how would I stop the tax burden on something my mom wants to leave me? She owns real estate, she owns this, that, the other. So they say, well, when you get it, whatever money is, you'll pay the tax on it and it'll roll over to you. But the Joe Robbie story. What happens if that $2 million piece of property, it's a soft market right now, it's worth $2 million, you say, they tax me, I owe $1 million on that property now back for taxes, and I can only sell the property for $1.1 million. Means I got $100,000 for a $2 million property. So why don't I be smart enough to say, hey, you know what? I know she's leaving me the property. I need to pay the tax on it. I'm going to pay for my mom's life insurance because you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to think emotionally. I'm going to think logically. It's a business decision on my end. It might sound a little morbid,
good investment.
but it's a good
I know what you're
investment,
doing.
right? So I'm going to buy life insurance on my mom. I'm going to secure my retirement. That God forbid something happens to her, I'll get paid. And I'll clean up the whole entire mess if she doesn't want to do it for herself. Because guess who gets left? She doesn't bring it with her. When's the last time you've seen a U-Haul behind a hearse? Ever? Never? I haven't. If you have, call me. Could buy a storage facility right next to the funeral parlor.
I'm listening to you talk, and I know this is going to ring a bell with you, but could you represent some professional athletes? And I used to always say, these guys make all this money, and they come out broke.
You know why?
Because I know why. They didn't sit down with someone like you, and because they should have never had to
Someone
worry
comes to
about
me
a dime
afterwards.
for the rest of their life.
They're agents. Well, what happens is a lot of times their agents team them up with the wrong person, and this is what happens in a nutshell. In the NFL, 3 years you're out. You make it if you don't make
that's
it.
about right.
If you don't make it to your next contract, you're done. The guys that make it their second contract, that's where they make their money.
He's telling you that's an average player plays 3
Right.
years.
And
Yes.
he's got 10
And guess
people
what
lined
happens?
up.
Think about this.
along-
Your first contract,
But
you're a
if
rookie.
you play for 3 years,
If you're not in the first round, guess what happens? You're in third round, fourth round. So they're going to sign you to what? A $3 million contract. 1.5 goes to taxes.
if you invest that properly,
You can, but what are you going?
You can.
Listen,
You can.
I played. Well, hold on one second. I played in the NFL for 3 years. Right, my first contract, I get 1.5 million after taxes. I buy myself a house. Right, I'm not buying myself anything small, so I buy myself what, $1 million house. I'm in the league now.
Got nothing left.
No, but I have a big mortgage.
but
Right
wait a
now, I
minute.
buy my car. Right, and I have to furnish the house. I got to do things out there.
And you
I'm
gotta
out of
pay
money.
your
I'm
manager.
done.
you got to take care of mom.
You got to take care of mom. You got to take care of everybody down the pike. Goes through there.
They're all waiting
Plus,
for the money.
your agent, everything has their hand out.
Right.
So, and guess what happens? You're done. You're out of the league. Now what?
Now what do you do?
That's what I'm saying,
But you don't get your pension until you're 55.
right?
So you got to find another job. You know how many guys that I know that have other jobs after leaving the league? And, some of them have great careers. Some of them use their personality. Some of them use their name. And a lot of them don't because they weren't big names to begin with.
Right.
Right? They're like, oh, yeah, I remember the guy, one of the best college guys ever.
Instead of that $1 million home, someone just said, no, you need to
Foreclosure.
buy the 300,000 home or the
You
250,000.
think, or you rent for your first 3 years
Whatever.
for a reason. But your homestead in Florida, so it's a great investment. So we
But
teach
no one
people.
told them that, though.
No one tells them anything. And the same reason why that you don't put if you're in
managers-
Florida, you don't put your primary residence inside a trust. No one knows that. Attorneys love to do that.
And you keep
Those are
your
reasons.
clients out of probate, I bet, too.
We try.
Oh, we try
We
to prevent probate.
We try to prevent probate all the time.
Oh.
And you know what happens? People don't listen. Because my attorney told me, well, guess what? We have attorneys also that we work with. My attorney told me to take my primary residence in the state of Florida and put it in my trust. Time out. Your homestead in Florida, don't put your primary residence inside that trust. Why? Well, there's been case law that turns around that once you take it out of your name, if they break into that trust, they can take your primary residence. Best financial planning I've ever seen. Love it or hate it. Doesn't matter what you think. O.J. Simpson had the best financial plan
That's
ever.
right.
Where they took away his trophy, they can't take away his money.
Right. That's right.
Because his financial
We got to
planning...
go to break. And we come back, we're going to talk about seminars.
Right.
We'll be right back. That was fast.
Yeah, it goes quick.
Hi, this is Steve O with the Ask the Experts radio show. At the Simon Group, their goal is to actively help families, individuals, and business owners build their financial freedom. They have the skills, knowledge, and experience required to help meet the client's established goals. They understand their clients want a comfortable retirement, but that means different things to different people. And there are other goals that they can emerge along the way, from planning for a child's education to planning for a managing income in retirement. That's why the Simon Group offers a range of financial strategies and solutions to help in every step of the way. They work with you to gain confidence and stay flexible and prepared for your financial future. The Simon Group serves their clients in estate and investment solutions, insurance protection, income, stocks and bonds, retirement investments, and insurance. Contact the Simon Group for a free financial planning appointment today at 954-599-1950. That's 954-599-1950.
Hey, we are back. This is our final 15. Remember this, we are now on every Monday and Thursday from 6 to 7 on your drive home, and the first Monday of every month, we have the Simon Group USA, Phyllis and Dan. They're not husband and wife. This is mom and son. For some reason, it just makes me want to trust you, mom and son. So we've been talking here, and you're going to start doing seminars next month, which I think is a fabulous idea.
Well, we did.
It's free.
Well, of course it is. We're going to do like a little happy hour at the office, and we have a pretty big conference room. And what I want to do is I want to show everybody how life isn't fair. And what fair means is financial assistance in retirement. That's what fair is. And we're going to do a whole entire seminar series, which will bring you down from insurances, investments, taxes, you name it. We're going to go through it.
Bring your questions with
Bring
you.
your questions. Bring a friend. Bring your mother. Bring whoever.
You're going to have noshes.
Well, yeah, we're going to have... Let's talk about the noshes. Yes, Steve, I'll have the little quiches, and I'll do something nice that, you want to grab a little glass of
you're a
wine.
chef.
Yeah, I do. Yes, I know. Don't worry. I'll end up making sure we have
We'll
enough
make sure
appetizers for
somebody
everybody.
has something to nosh on.
Yes.
And a drink to swallow it down with.
Just a little.
Yeah.
But it's going to be really, I think it's so important, especially, hey, it's the first of the year.
Of course, we're going to do it towards the end of January. And it's going to be on a Wednesday night. Just got to know which night's best for everybody and what time. So if they give a call.
So we'll call you and see what's best for you.
Yes, well, exactly. No, the main thing is they call, they put their name on the list, then we'll give them a call and tell them when the seminar is. It's
And how do they do
954.
that?
Well, by calling me at 954-599-1950.
And I'm going to be there too.
Why?
I'm going to show up.
You for the hors d'oeuvres. Is that
I
what
don't
this is
care about
about?
the hors d'oeuvres. I want to
Please,
meet all of
Steve.
our listeners.
You want to go to Restaurant Depot with me, don't you?
I want to go to my favorite.
Yeah.
What's it
Okay,
called?
954
Gnocchis.
Yeah, Gnocchis.
599
Gnocchis.
1950. Call
So,
to give in your reservation.
What time do you think it's going to start?
Probably around 6
Okay.
to 7. I think would be a good time.
Okay.
For people to come by.
Well, that's when people beat traffic, so probably about 6:30.
Yeah,
would be probably the best
something
time.
like that.
And it's going to be at your Fort Lauderdale office.
Yes, it's on
Yes.
the corner.
Easy to find.
Yeah, easy. Commercial and Federal, right there in the corner. And it's going to be interesting because you know what it is? We're going to make it fun. And listen,
So bring your wife or bring your husband.
That's
Bring your
correct.
neighbors.
mistress, whoever, whatever it takes at this point. You know what it is? To me, you have to have fun. You have to have, and you have to make it enjoyable, right? From there, I joke around a lot for a
couldn't
reason
tell.
because well, the reason why is two things you can go by life. You can sit there and woe is me and always be crying about stuff, or you could either listen. You know what? If life hands you lemons, drink tequila, right? So, I mean, it comes down to being you have to have a better outlook on certain
I
stuff.
think people are really going to know what your thoughts are on the future because the stock market keeps going up and up, and it's like, are people nervous? Like, is this when's this going to stop?
Hold on, Mom, do you still have my crystal ball? I lost it when I was
It's
7.
7, right,
Yeah, right? You remember that? Roll on the bed.
I
think it cracked.
remember.
But this is, I don't have that crystal ball, but I will tell you this. My opinion, right? Everybody has them. They all stink, right? But here's my opinion. If we end up leaning towards a different president, this market will crash 30 to 40%. Someone threw their hat in the ring last week because what is his business? Even though he told you can only drink a 20-ounce soda, his business
Media.
is Wall Street and
Wall
media.
Street finance.
And if you mess with the finance and it drops 30, 40%, he's kind of out of a job. So he might spend a few million to throw himself into the ring to knock votes off away from the other contestant from there. You still also have the outsider that everybody's waiting on. The last president never endorsed anybody because once this all shakes out of what's happening right now in the media, I'm going to tell you this right now, somebody else might be entering the race. And it might be a former first lady. You laugh.
True, you're
No, I
laughing.
know.
And you know something?
I've
And
never
it's
been so
because-
nervous in my life.
because the reason being of what's happening out there, I mean, you're going to shake up. You're going to shake up a lot of people right now of what's going to happen with the impeachment and everything else. Be careful when you point a finger at someone, 3-point right back at you. Okay.
careful what you wish
And be
for.
careful what you wish for because you're kicking a sleeping dog. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen when they start. Everybody has to be subpoenaed now. Once it goes to trial, that means everybody on the Democratic side gets subpoenaed, and those questions are going to start to happen, and they lie under oath, they're going to jail.
Give everybody your phone number.
954-599-1950.
And how do they go to your website to sign up?
They can. The website's under construction right now because we're doing some changes to it. But they can go to thesimongroupusa.com.
And we will see you Thursday.
Thanks for listening to the Ask the Expert Show, featuring interviews with local experts in the fields of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. Call our office at 888-574-6999 to become one of our experts on the show. And tune in again next week for more Ask the Experts.